What if I told you that some of the internet's most viral jokes are actually a front for a multi-billion-dollar criminal enterprise? These aren't just harmless memes, they are meticulously designed financial traps. Anonymous creators are playing on your fear of missing out, your FOMO, to become millionaires overnight, and it's all happening right out in the open. They look like fun, right? An inside joke for the terminally online, a chance to turn a few bucks into a fortune. We see the dog coins, the frog coins, the coins named after whatever was trending on Twitter 5 minutes ago, and we think, why not take a shot? But behind the goofy logos and the hyped up social media posts lies a dark and unregulated playground. Here, anonymous developers are the puppet masters, and amateur investors are the ones who always end up paying the price. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on the billion-dollar meme coin scam. We'll break down how these schemes are born, how they trap millions of people, and why the fun and games are actually a financial danger zone. This is the story of how a joke becomes a heist. So, what exactly is a meme coin? At its heart, a meme coin is a cryptocurrency inspired by internet culture. Unlike Bitcoin or Ethereum, which are built on some kind of new technology or purpose, most meme coins have no serious goal. For all intents and purposes, they're digital collectibles, closer to a beanie baby than a real investment. Their value comes almost entirely from social media hype. Think of Dogecoin, which literally started as a joke in 2013, or its successor, Shiba Inu coin. Their wild success created a blueprint that is now being exploited on a massive scale. Here's the scary part. The barrier to creating a new meme coin is incredibly low. With platforms like Pump.fun on the Solana blockchain, anyone can launch a new token in minutes for just a few dollars, no coding required. This has led to an absolute explosion of tokens tied to everything imaginable. Celebrities, political figures, you name it. These coins are often designed to be absurdly volatile, with prices that can skyrocket and then collapse in a matter of hours. They have no real world use, no team building long term value, and no reason to exist beyond pure speculation. And it's this total lack of substance that makes them the perfect vehicle for the scams we're about to get into. Every good scam starts with a great story. In the world of meme coins, that story is all about hype and the promise of getting rich quick. Scammers kick things off by creating a token with a catchy, viral sounding name. They might throw together a flashy looking website and a vague roadmap to make it seem legitimate. But the real work happens on social media. Using platforms like X, Telegram, and Discord, they unleash aggressive marketing campaigns. This means fake endorsements, bot accounts spreading positive rumors, and paying influencers to shill the coin to their followers. These campaigns are designed to create the illusion of huge demand and trigger that powerful feeling in all of us. FOMO. You see a coin's price start to pump. You see dozens of accounts tweeting about the next 100x gem, and you feel that nagging urge to buy in before you miss out. Celebrity endorsements are a particularly nasty tool. We've seen stars like Kim Kardashian get fined by the SEC for not disclosing they were paid to promote a token. We've also seen a flood of coins launched by influencers and public figures, like the one from the Hawk Tuah girl or controversial figure Andrew Tate, which often crash and burn shortly after launch. Scammers have even hacked the social media accounts of celebrities to promote fraudulent tokens, tricking fans into investing millions before the whole thing collapses. Once the hype machine is roaring and investors are piling in, the stage is set for the first kind of heist. The classic pump and dump. This scheme is as old as markets, but crypto has made it faster and easier than ever. It works in a few simple, devastating steps. First, the creators, the insiders, scoop up a massive supply of their own token for practically nothing right when it's created. This is the pre pump, then comes the pump. Using all the social media shilling and paid promotions we just talked about, they create a buying frenzy. New investors, driven by FOMO, rush in, which artificially drives the price up. The chart goes vertical, and it looks like everyone is about to get rich. But they aren't. Because just as the price hits its peak, the final phase begins, the dump. The anonymous creators and insiders who hold a huge percentage of the supply sell all of their tokens at once. This massive sell off instantly floods the market, causing the price to crash violently, often all the way to zero. The scammers walk away with millions in profit, while everyone else is left holding a bag of worthless digital junk. A textbook example was the infamous Squid Game token, which had no affiliation with the show, that soared in value before its creators vanished with millions. It's a brutal and effective trap. And understanding how it works is the first step to not falling for it. If you're finding this useful and want to stay ahead of the scams out there, take a second to hit that subscribe button. It really helps the channel and ensures you won't miss our next investigation. If a pump and dump is market manipulation, a rug pull is just straight up theft. The name says it all. They pull the rug right out from under you. This is the most common scam in the decentralized finance or DeFi space, and it happens with terrifying frequency. Here's how it works. To let people trade a new meme coin, developers have to create a liquidity pool on a decentralized exchange. Think of this pool as a pot of money. The developers put their new, worthless meme coin on one side and a valuable cryptocurrency, like Solana or Ethereum, on the other. This allows investors to swap their valuable crypto for the new coin. As more people buy in, the amount of valuable crypto in the pot grows and grows. The scam happens when the anonymous developers decide the pot is full. They use their administrative control to pull all of the valuable cryptocurrency out of the liquidity pool at once, leaving only their useless meme coins behind. The pool is drained, trading freezes, and the developers disappear with all the investors' money. The project's website and social media accounts get deleted, and the creators are gone without a trace. We saw this in the Anubis DAO scam, where $60 million vanished, and in countless smaller projects that pop up and disappear in the same day. This brings us to the core of the problem. Why do they keep getting away with it? The answer is a massive gap in regulatory oversight. These scams aren't happening in some hidden corner of the dark web. They're hiding in a legal gray area right out in the open. On February 27th, 2025, the SEC's Division of Corporation Finance issued a statement clarifying its view that most meme coins are not securities. Under what's known as the Howey test, an asset is considered a security if it involves investing money in a common enterprise with an expectation of profit from the efforts of others. The SEC staff argued that since meme coins are more like digital collectibles whose value is driven by hype, rather than the managerial efforts of a company, they generally don't meet this definition. This means that for most of these tokens, investors are not protected by the federal securities laws designed to prevent fraud and manipulation. While other agencies like the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, CFTC, can pursue fraud and manipulation cases in commodity markets, which meme coins are often considered, the regulatory landscape is still playing catch up. This gap allows scammers to operate with near impunity, knowing that as long as they don't explicitly promise profits from their own work, the legal consequences are limited. So there you have it. Behind the funny dog pictures and dreams of getting rich overnight lies a predatory system designed to exploit basic human psychology. It's a world of pump and dumps, where hype is manufactured just to be dumped on latecomers. It's a world of rug pulls, where thieves simply run off with the money. And it all thrives in a regulatory vacuum that leaves the most vulnerable investors totally exposed. Does this mean every single meme coin is a scam? No, but it does mean the entire space is a minefield. So how do you protect yourself? First, be extremely skeptical. Look for red flags like anonymous developers, no clear purpose for the coin, and overly aggressive marketing that promises unrealistic returns. Use blockchain explorers to check the token distribution. If just a handful of wallets hold most of the supply, that's a huge red flag for a future dump. And ultimately, remember the golden rule. If it sounds too good to be true, it almost certainly is. Never invest more than you are truly willing to lose, because in the lawless world of meme coins, you could very well lose it all. The game is fun, but it's also rigged.